have a contest. Whoever can come up with the best name for our show, our segment, the prize will be nothing. You ain't getting jack shit.
A big thank you and fuck you.
Hillbilly Havoc, we are here, not live, but we are here. Jeff here, JP, as always.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
And it's been quite an eventful week for us. We went from being contributors to Radio Underground to our own podcast now. We almost got hit by a cop here, so...
yeah, they think they own the goddamn road.
They do not own the road. I own the road.
Hit one and see whose fault it is.
You know,
let one hit you.
Yeah. But before we start on our topic today, because today we're going to be discussing in this episode collections, video game collections, I mean hobbies and stuff like that, you know.
Shit we're into in general.
But we got to give a big shout out to the Radio Underground fellas, especially Mike and Brian, who suggested after hearing our San Diego Comic-Con we should do our own shit.
Yeah.
And Mike offered to produce it for us, edit it, and all that until we get our own better equipment. So give a shout out. We're going to give a shout out to them. And with that, we're going to dive right in. And I'll let you start because you actually got an extensive collection of video games and everything.
Yeah. My hobbies range various. I've been told I have too many.
Now, I know you got the regular Xbox.
Yep.
And the Xbox 360.
Yep.
But what other systems do you have? I know you got more than that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I have the Xbox One. I have two of them, actually.
Oh, yeah. You got the one in your living room.
Yep. In my living room, I have the original Xbox One, a PS2, the fat PS2.
And, you know, in my opinion, I can't decide either or, but I think the PS2 and the Xbox 360 are probably the two best consoles that have been out ever, period. I mean, that's just my opinion. If you look at the longevity of those games,
yeah.
The games, and everything is just, I don't know. To me, those are the two of the best.
I have slacked off on collecting for the PS2 because they are the games, not all of them, but a lot of the games that I like and want to play have really got up there in price.
It's crazy how, I mean...
Yeah. I mean, you can get...
price of them.
You know, Gran Turismo, you can get that $4 or $5 because I was real big into racing games and stuff back then. Haven't found Crazy Taxi because I had it the first go around because I got rid of my big PS2 collection because I got out of gaming for several years. And I've been trying to get it built back up. And then I said, damn it, I want an original Xbox. So I bought it. And it's actually considerably cheaper to collect for the original Xbox right now.
You would think it'd be a little bit more expensive.
There is one game that takes the damn cake, and it costs you like $1,000 or $1,500 to get it complete. And I think the name of it is Mech Assault Warrior.
I've never heard of it.
I'm wanting to say, don't hold me to it, it might have been a launch title or close to a launch title for the original Xbox. You have a goddamn controller that is as big as the dash in this Jeep. That has, I think, well over 100 buttons, switches, and levers.
It comes with its own controller?
Yeah. When the game come out, it was like a $250 game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they didn't sell a whole lot of them, so therefore it's a rare game.
So it
Demands more money.
Is it kind of like what'd you say it was now?
Mech Assault Warrior.
It kind of sounds like it's a cheap knockoff version of like a Gundam Wing or something like that.
What was the mech game on PS2?
See, that's what I'm trying to think of right now,
I cannot remember.
I can't think
the
of what it
damn
was.
name.
But Gundam Wing was the first thing that popped in my head after that. Mechs, God, I think it starts with a G.
I can't remember.
But I do remember what you are talking about.
It was better than that.
Okay.
But I have, and continuing on in the living room, I did have the Nintendo Wii hooked up in there. I unhooked it. I have a Super NES Mini.
Okay, so that's the classic, right?
Yeah, the classic.
I got the original Nintendo, and I love it. Hate the PlayStation one. If you're thinking about getting the PlayStation Classic, I'm here to tell you, do not get that piece of shit.
If you can buy it cheap, I'm going to tell you now, buy it and mod the fuck out of it.
Yeah. It's the PlayStation Classic does not have.
Cause I'm waiting until I can pick it up for like $20, and then I'm going to mod the hell out of it.
Yeah, I picked it up for $100, and it was not worth $100. I like Twisted Metal on it. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time. The original Resident Evil's on there, Director's Cut, but now you got the remakes out.
Yeah.
So it defeats the purpose of that. And there's a lot of other games on there that I kind of just look like, okay, where's Spyro?
Yeah, for Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, the Test Drive series. Where the hell was Gran Turismo?
Exactly. And, I know they've remade Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, but there's still titles that made that system and made the PlayStation. And for you not to include them is kind of defeats the purpose of it.
Yep.
So,
and before we get too far off topic,
because this is going to happen.
Oh yeah. In my bedroom, I have the Xbox One S, the Sea of Thieves edition, as they called it. And there ain't nothing special about it. It's just a white console and come with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I bought one special edition console before, and I'll never do it again. I ended up getting the Modern Warfare 2 console.
I always wanted that one. Or was it the Modern Warfare 3? It may have been the Warfare 3 360 I wanted.
It's just, what is the purpose of this special console? I mean, I got it, and I'm just like, okay, this is badass. And then after a while, I'm just like, okay, this better be worth something eventually. Come to find out, it's really not worth anything special.
Actually, them special 360s are creeping up in price.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hell, I should have. Well, my 360, that one ended up getting the red ring of death. So.
Yeah, my first one did too.
So.
I had to. I said the hell with it. I went straight and bought. I paid like $400 at the time for the 120 gig black Xbox Elite.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. That's the reason why I got the special edition console now that I remember. Because mine got literally the red ring of death a week before that.
Yep.
And I went upgraded. And GameStop had one left. And I was able to get it pre-ordered. So that saved me. It was a little bit more. Of course, back then it was like $150, $200 because, the Xbox 360 and all them back then was...
Yeah.
They were creeping up in price, but it was nothing to what it is right now.
No.
In prices for things.
But I have the OG, the original. That's, believe it or not, I bought it cheap at a little game store local to us. I don't even know if the guy's in business anymore. If he ain't, that kind of sucks. But It still has all of its seals intact. It's never had a screw took out of it. It is still 100% factory. It's never been modded, nothing.
What system is this?
My original Xbox.
Oh, okay, yeah, your original Xbox, yeah.
It's not been, it's unmolested, as they say.
Sorry, yeah, we're kind of, we're getting off work here after working 7 to 7. So, we're a little bit tired, but, you know, I think this is what I really like about our podcast is we're doing it on the run and not actually sitting down.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of weird, but
it is what it is. But, I unhooked the 360 right now. My mother currently has it. She uses it to watch Netflix on. Because I really don't need the 360. I can play everything on my One. On the Xbox One. But in the closet...
You got so many games in that closet. I mean...
I have... Oh, I ain't got the games yet. I'm still on systems. I've got the original Fat Pit PlayStation. A PS1. Super Nintendo's in the basement, along with the Sega Genesis and the Atari 2600 somewhere.
No, okay, so this is the original Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
This is one of the classic things.
That ain't one of the shitty AT game knockoffs, no. The original Genesis somewhere.
Well, we need to bust that thing out and play it.
I ain't found the son of a bitch yet.
Oh, but you know it is there.
It's there some fucking word. Well, it was about 10 years ago.
Well, hopefully it's still there because I would love to knock off the dust on that thing and play it.
That's why I bought the Super Nintendo Classic. Is because my original one shit the bed.
And it's hard to find some of these old systems. I mean, because if you go to our local game store, we're not going to name the names.
No.
But they want to charge you an arm and a leg. And I guess in somewhat, you know, these old systems should be a little bit more.
They are up there in price. I'll give them that.
Yeah, but they charge over than what usually. And I mean, I guess the one thing about little local stores, you know, they jack the prices up on these things. But I mean, look at the Final Fantasy VII, favorite game of all time. The greatest hits you can get I'm probably about $40-$50. But the original white disc copy is up there. I'm pretty sure last time I checked it was $150.
Well, here's one that'll blow your mind. Remember Fear Effect 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's called Fear Effect 2 Double Helix for the original PlayStation. That game in piss poor condition, as long as it's complete. Well, no, not even complete. It'd be missing the book, but as long as all the disc and the case is there, goes for about $65 to $70 right now.
Jeez. And did you ever think in your wildest imagination that when you were that age, playing them originally, the Sega and Super Nintendo, that later on down the line, that they were going to be expensive? Because I remember saving up allowance one time to try to buy the Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I went to I don't know if you know, you probably don't know because this is Appalachian Mountains and we don't have malls. But KB Toys in the mall.
Yeah, I remember KB Toys.
I saved up my allowance for a couple weeks and I went and bought Street Fighter on Sega, $20.
Yep.
And now you're lucky to get a game for $20 that's been out for a couple years.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy that they're now $60 to $70.
I know.
I don't know. Game prices have gone crazy, but
so has the cost of developing them.
Yeah, because they're so realistic nowadays.
There is another system I haven't touched on that you have seen and just didn't realize you've seen it. I also have a gaming computer. Really? With the original Call of Duty and Call of Duty 2, War Chest, Counter-Strike Condition Zero, Counter-Strike Source. I've got Metroid and Metroid Last Light on it. Saints Row 1, 2.
Oh, Saints Row. You know,
or
people.
2, yeah, Saints Row and number 2 and 3 on it. Because I got into PC gaming real heavy.
You know, the only PC game I've ever played was the Diablo series.
Which is one, strangely enough, me being in PC games,
That
I
you've
never
not
did play.
tried?
I never did try Diablo.
That's kind of weird. The only PC game I've played is Diablo. The only one you've never played
Is Diablo.
is Diablo. But what I was going to say about Saints Row is a lot of people love Grand Theft Auto, and I do too.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the Saints Row game, especially the first one,
Is fucking awesome.
yeah, it's awesome. It's just like Grand Theft Auto, but I can't say it's better than Grand Theft Auto, because obviously it's not. Because Grand Theft Auto will always be...
The first Saints Row is better than Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Them games fucking suck.
And look what they've came into now. I mean, they've really came into their own.
But if they hadn't had done Grand Theft Auto 3 and made it 3D, Grand Theft Auto wouldn't exist and Rockstar would be shit.
Yeah, they probably would have called it quits and everything.
They would have had to.
It's funny how a game like that put Rockstar on the map.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
Which I've still not played number 2.
I have started.
I'm on. We stopped with the streak of mentioning it every week, and I've continued still to not play Red Dead 2. I don't know why. I guess we just don't have time to really play RPGs.
Pretty much. But Rockstar wouldn't exist if they hadn't have done GTA 3 like they had.
And really, what was it? GTA 3 was San Andreas, wasn't it?
No. San Andreas was the last one.
Okay.
Before they went to Grand Theft Auto 4.
Okay. Because around that time, those are really considered the best in their genre.
Yeah, open world RPG shooter, like Fallout.
Because really, if you think about it, if it wasn't for Grand Theft Auto, there would be no open world games, because they kind of really paved the way for open world games in a way.
To a point, Bethesda would have still put out their open world games.
Yeah, and I love open world games. I mean,
I do to a point.
See, the thing with me is, sorry, we're trying to eat breakfast. This is our morning routine. This Double Quick has just got the best breakfast ever. I mean, you just can't pass it up.
And if you're wondering what Double Quick is, it's a local convenience store / gas station.
And they have the best breakfast. I mean, you can't beat their breakfast. And that's all it is. Breakfast. Nothing else but breakfast. Anyways.
If you say so.
Anyways,
back on to collections. My game collection, and I haven't updated it in a while. In my app, I currently have showing like 108 games valued at like $800 with a cost of like $300.
Just in games. Yeah, that's not, the thing about the systems.
That don't include the systems, what they're worth. But most of my games that I have collected for the older systems, and I'm excluding the Xbox One, and that all, for the majority, have come from what I find here local, which is really damn hard, believe it or not.
We live in such a small town that, I mean, one or two shops, like we got is...
There's one over towards over to Malt, South Williamson, I haven't been to yet. And there's one, I love the name of this place, I don't even know if they're still in business, I haven't got to get over there yet, in Whitesburg, called Hobgoblin.
I've never.
I just randomly found it on Facebook.
Well, didn't you say we have a new one that's down there by JCPenney or something like that?
That's where I got my original Xbox at. It used to be called Game Time.
Okay, yeah.
I think he changed the name of it to maybe Pop Culture.
That's not a bad name. I mean,
but I haven't been able to find them. Their website didn't work last time I tried it. I haven't been able to find them on Facebook anymore, and I haven't been down there in a couple of months. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe the guy hasn't went out of business, which kind of sucks.
Speaking of, you said Pops.
Yeah.
I know you didn't say Pops. You said Pop, but something that you also collect that I collect.
Funko Pops.
Funko Pops.
So does my children.
And I have no idea how I got started with this collection, but I have immersed myself into several Funko Pops.
I'll put it this way. I have a few. I won't go as far as saying several. I might have a dozen.
I probably have about 20 to 25.
I might have a dozen.
And I'll tell you how this started. I went to my first Comic-Con, Lexington Comic-Con, 2017, I think it was. I could be wrong, but anyways, it was my first Comic-Con, and I had just been, walking around, looking at all the vendors, and I seen 3 Pops that I had to have because it was my favorite show.
Yep.
Supernatural.
Yep.
They had Sam, Dean, and Bobby Singer. Well, hell, I have to have these. I mean, it's my favorite show. Why not? So I got that. Later on during the day, I somehow got in more. I bought a Daniel Bryan WWE Pop because he had just retired. So I was like, oh, well, WWE Daniel Bryan. Oh, I got to have that. He just retired.
Yeah.
Had to have that one. Then I seen a Jason Voorhees. I'm a big Friday the 13th in 80s horror movies.
Yeah, that's a topic we'll cover.
Oh, yeah.
We will cover that, I promise.
Yeah. 80s horror movies in general is my favorite.
Because that's the shit we grew up with.
Oh, yeah. Friday the 13th.
We might be dating ourselves, but we ain't telling you fuckers how old we are.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not 34 years old. I mean, I may sound like I'm 13, but I'm 34.
Yeah. I'm around the same age. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. But you don't have the same problems I have. You don't sound like you're 13. You don't go into fucking drive-thrus and be like, oh, that'd be 978, sir, or man, please drive around, and you be out on a date.
The problem I have is, oh, you sound like you're a goat fucker. You're from the head of a holler. Well, yeah, matter of fact, yes, I am, motherfuckers.
Well, at least you don't have, that problem I'm having, and this actually happened. I was out on a date, and we decided to go to Dairy Queen for ice cream, and she said that would be $6.70, whatever it was. Man, please drive around. And on a date, that's cock blocking on a whole new level there. Yeah. So, but anyways.
Yeah. Back to collections. I have a huge collection which you haven't seen.
You got a huge collection
that you haven't seen, because and it leads into another one of my hobbies. A very extensive tool collection.
See, now I know. You're very mechanically whatever.
I grew up working on and around race cars. I have my own little hot rod at home.
Something I've never been able to work on stuff like that because I'm mechanically challenged.
It's not as bad as you think on the older stuff. I'll put it that way. On what I've got sitting at home, it's not that bad. Literally, all it takes to make that car run is a positive and a negative, and the fucking car runs. It's that damn simple. When you drill it down, you give it power and you give it ground, it runs.
Now, is there is there like money to be made as far as like collecting tools? Is there like certain brands of tools, like Craftsman or something, that are worth more than other ones? Or
Snap-on, Mac, Matco, all the ones that are considered professional grade, it requires more money up front.
How about like like antique or nostalgia or something like that? Like old style stuff. You know, like
I have a old hand drill, an old twist hand drill that you do by hand for woodworking before a power drill or a quarter drill was ever invented.
Okay, yeah. So I say that's probably worth.
And in the shape it sets in, at the very least, $30 to $50.
You're gonna get robbed. People hearing this.
Good fucking luck. I also have quite the collection of firearms and know how to use them too. So that's another collection you haven't seen either.
You try to steal his tool collection, and you're going to meet the end of his gun collection.
Yes. Ask one of the neighbors that moved off what happened when he tried to walk a fucking dog through my yard. Anyways.
Another collection I'm actually really interested in. There's actually two more that I know of. One's the Playboy collection, which we'll get into. But the other collection I want to get into is, you said you had a Monopoly collection.
I do.
Now, I know what people are thinking, Monopoly collection, but for some of you that do know what we're talking about, there's Monopoly for everything now.
Fucking everything.
Supernatural, Rick and Morty. I was at Walmart the other day. There's one for cheaters. There's a cheaters edition. There's one for fucking millennials. I mean, what the fuck?
There's two I haven't got yet that I want. I have the original that I play with the wife and my little girl, my little boy.
I got the original.
My little boy's not old enough. The one that I still have in plastic, I haven't opened, is, who could have guessed, video game related, Fallout, the Fallout edition.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that one.
I also have beside it put up that I haven't opened. It's a 500 or 1,000 piece Fallout Lone Survivor and Dog Meat puzzle that I bought at the same time.
Now, do you collect puzzles too, or is it just
if it goes with something else I'm interested in, like video games, cars, then I'll get them.
I gotta say this. I want to collect a lot of these Monopolies because I think they're interesting. The fact that they have Monopolies for just about any movie, show, subject, whatever. It's kind of like Funko Pops. They got one.
That's kind of how.
I love board games.
Yeah.
I just love it, and I think that's something that society needs to get back into doing. Look, I love my video games as the next person.
Yeah.
But board games is a dying breed.
I still play cards.
Oh yeah, I bought. I don't know how to play, but I've always wanted to try Rook. Never played Rook before, but
it's not that hard.
I seen it. I was like, well, I want to try. I can play poker. I got actually a poker top table.
I taught my little girl the other day. I was teaching her how to play Rummy.
See, and I think we need to start getting back into playing board games and card games and stuff. Look, like I said, I love my video games as a natural person. I like shooting some fucking zombies and aliens in the head, but I like to play some motherfucking Trouble or Operation or Don't Break the Ice. Or
I bought my little girl Operation. She loved it.
I mean, you want to get your ass kicked in Monopoly? I will kick your ass in some Monopoly. I'm all up for it.
Me too.
I mean, if you want to play some motherfucking Chutes and Ladders, we gonna play some motherfucking Chutes and Ladders. You want to play Candyland? Break that motherfucker out. We're gonna play that bitch. I don't care.
Life, Battleship. I mean,
Battleship.
There's one that's come out, and we'll get off board games here in just a second. But the name of it is called Smart Ass.
That sounds like something that would be right up our alley.
I know, right? But there's a few more Monopoly games I want to collect, and that's the thing with any of my collections, other than tools. I'm not necessarily going for a full collection of any damn thing.
You're collecting what you like.
Well, it or you know, like with the original Xbox, I wanted one when it come out, but I was a broke high school student. I had a PS2.
So now that you can get the...
So I bought the original Xbox, and I'm getting games I wanted to play or games I know that is good for that system.
And there was a lot of good games for that system.
Yep.
I mean, I traded my PS2 at the time I had. Big PS2 person. Loved it. And then when that Xbox come out, everybody was going on about this awesome new revolutionary game called Fable, where you can choose your own destiny and all this. And I was like, well, I'm hooked on this. And that speaks for history there.
Yeah. But there's a Deadpool version of Monopoly.
I kind of want to start doing this, collecting these old school board games. And not really old school board games. There's a lot of awesome board games. And
these two you can get. One you can only find around Christmas time at Walmart, or at least here. It's Monopoly Empires. It has Microsoft, and I mean, it's just all these big pop culture empire instead of like your traditional boardwalk and shit. And there's one that I have to get because it's gamer related, is the Mario.
I seen it at Walmart or the other day. It was Walmart, but it was Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Is what it was. I should have bought that motherfucker when I had a chance.
I want to add that. But touching on, you said you like to shoot things, and back on my game collection.
Are you going to bring up what I think you're going to bring up?
Yes.
Are you going to bring out Greg Hastings or Halo?
That's one of them, Greg Hastings. I have Greg Hastings Max for the original Xbox.
Which we played 4th of July. Halo.
Got Halo 2, the collector's edition.
Oh, what am I missing then?
I have Greg Hastings 2 for 360.
Which, if y'all don't know, it's a paintball game.
Yeah.
We will get into paintball eventually. It is something I would like to talk about.
Because I also have a small paintball collection.
Yeah. Because a small paintball collection, really, you're out probably about $5,000 just in a small collection of paintball stuff.
I think between the two markers I still currently have, when they were new, about $2,000 just for the markers themselves.
Oh yeah, paintball shit's expensive.
Between the old Shocker I have and my Ego 11.
And when he says Shocker, he means a gun, not what you think.
Or maybe it's what you think. You never know.
It could be that too. Yeah.
Just use your imagination there. But I have that one paintball game you've never seen before.
Oh, that
Splat Magazine.
Yeah, I remember you were showing that to me.
But yeah, that's just one. It's just whatever the hell I like. I collect it, and I've been told that I collect too much shit.
You can never collect too much shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure your wife might tell you collect too much shit, but you really can't. There really is no limit to collecting shit.
No.
I mean, look at those Funko Pops. I have no room to put my Funko Pops, but I'm finding places to put them.
Well, the other collection, I'm still one of them people that have a CD collection, and I have a movie collection.
Oh yeah, I got so many DVDs. I don't even know what to do with anymore.
And the other collection you haven't seen, I'll have to show you when you're up the house. I got it the same way I got the Playboy collection started from my father-in-law.
Oh yeah, we definitely have to touch on this Playboy because this is a fairly new collection that you have started.
Yep.
So we have got to talk about this now because there's a lot of Playboys that go for a pretty penny.
Yep. My Playboy collection come about my late father-in-law is how I acquired these. I had Hustler magazines and Penthouse before I got married.
Hustler is just kind of like more like
real slutty.
Yeah, because I picture like they'd be filming like some kind of porn video and then like Larry Flint just come out of nowhere like, yeah, I'm just gonna take pictures of them fucking. Or where else like Playboy was kind of more like
Playboy's more of a read type gentleman's magazine.
With the naked chicks and the good poses.
It's more classy, I guess you could say. Okay. It's like this.
Swimsuit.
Here's a good comparison. You'll love this. It's a high dollar escort. It's Playboy. Hustler is like the fucking common streetwalker.
Okay, yeah.
Down and dirty.
Right.
But anyways, one of them is, I forget the date on it, and know it's worth some money, is Jenny McCarthy.
Man. She was something back in the day.
Well, that's when this was. Is when she first started blowing up on MTV and all that shit. And that's one of them. There's a blue collector's edition. It's blue with a silver bunny on it. It's twice as thick as the rest of them. And I think it was in 80.
That's what she said.
86. Yeah, right.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. You left it wide open there. That's what she said. But
at least you ain't coming through the back door.
Oh my God! I know obviously the Marilyn Monroe is.
Yes, that one is like, I think, I could be mistaken, but I think that is like 6 figures.
But God, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, I would love to get up my hands on that issue just to look through that. Well, I mean, you're pretty sure you could throw it in the Google machine and find all what you're looking for there.
You might be able to.
But still, to have that issue though would just be kind of cool though.
It's a ridiculous amount of money.
I mean, what started the whole? Did you just say, hey, here's these collections, or were you?
No. After he passed away, we started cleaning up and trying to get rid of. He kind of have he collected a lot of junk.
So that would be considered junk, and we would consider it gold.
Yeah, I mean he kept damn near anything and everything, almost. I mean, and we just trying to declutter and kind of help the whole mourning process.
Right. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Because along with them, found all these different sports cards, basketball, baseball, football, old Topps cards.
Oh yeah, Topps was big. I mean, they're really not worth too much. Well, I mean, I guess like anything, there is some.
It depends on who they are.
Yeah. Well, I had back, when I was little, and even now I'm still kind of getting the collection built back up. But we used to collect all kind of hockey, football, baseball.
Yep.
Me and my brothers, a bunch of our friends. I mean, I had the book that was like, I don't know, it was like that thick. I know nobody can see what I'm doing right now, but I mean, it was a pretty...
About a 2-inch thick binder.
Yeah, it was pretty. I had just all types of cards. And I had stuff that was worth quite a bit in there. I had a Marshall Falk rookie card. Of course, Hall of Famer, probably one of the greatest to ever play the game. I had his rookie card. What happened to it? I don't know whatever happened to that book, but it was in there. I had a Ken Griffey card, Jr. It was like a $200 card. I mean, I had some good cards.
Yeah.
What happened to that book? Like I said, I don't know.
And I know there's some good cards in that collection, and I'm not sure if he was a big Bulls fan or if that's just what he happened to collect a lot of, or if it's just Michael Jordan in particular. Because it seemed like there's quite a few Michael Jordan cards.
Well, who wouldn't want to collect Michael Jordan? I mean...
And then, I've got somewhere all my NASCAR cards from back in the day.
See, I was never a big NASCAR fan, just in general, of anything. I mean, well, I like Jeff Gordon. Growing up, but I mean, I was little and I was kind of still really not too fond of NASCAR at all.
But that also leads into, I got into watching that on TV growing up, because Dad watched it. And like any most normal boy, you have obsessions with die-cast, Hot Wheels, Matchbox cars.
Oh yeah, we know somebody at work that collects Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Got a really good collection of Hot Wheels.
Makes my collection look like shit.
I mean, he collects a lot of the new stuff. He tries to collect the old stuff.
Yeah.
He leaves them in the package. I mean,
well, there's a lot of mine that I bought after I got older that's still in the package.
Right.
I think I actually have more of the 1/24th scale cars than I do anything. I have more of the big cars.
Well, his wife, or Shirley that we know, says he has three or four big like the big Rubbermaid containers of just and really, if you think about how small the package Hot Wheel cars are, and 3 to 4 of them, that's actually quite a bit.
Yeah, that's several thousand.
Yeah, people collect a lot of things. I mean, Beanie Babies was big back in the day. I mean, some of them are worth something.
One collection I don't have anymore got lost, and there's stuff in it worth a ridiculous amount of money. Was Magic the Gathering. I had stuff all the way back to the Alpha edition.
Wow.
That's worth ridiculous amounts of money, and I couldn't tell you what happened to them.
Well, fuck, I mean, Pokemon cards, I mean, some of those first generation cards, like Charizards and Mewtwo's, are worth, hundreds of dollars.
There was a couple of Magic cards I had at the time that was from the Alpha set that wasn't worth a couple hundred, worth a couple thousand.
What was one of them that's the most popular? Black Lotus?
Black Lotus.
Black Lotus, yeah.
I think that sumbitch is, last time I looked, which was several years ago, it was above, I think, 50,000.
We worked with somebody that at one point did have that card. Dan Grimm. I just name dropped somebody from work, but he did have a Black Lotus at a time. In fact, his Facebook profile picture is him holding that card.
Yeah, it was a rare card when it come out, and it's even more rare because I don't think that card was only put out, I think, the first, maybe second generation, the beta run, but after that it completely disappeared. They never brought it back.
See, I never really got into Magic. I've tried it before, but it just really, I don't know, it wasn't really my thing, I guess. I mean...
Well, it probably would be now, because it deals with shit we're into. It deals with magic and sorcery and angels and all these mystical creatures with powers fighting and shit. I mean, it's a cool concept, and it can be fun.
A couple years ago, our buddy, me and one of our buddies, John Dameron.
Yep.
When he was riding with me to work like you were doing, we used to all the time go to Walmart or stop at page 3 or something, and he would always get some Magic cards. So I figured I would give it a shot, and I would start buying. And I bought some stuff, but I still just really couldn't get into it. So I just, let him have the cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's something I could possibly pick back up and try. But, I mean, oh well. But,
the things I collect, like I said earlier, I do not go for I haven't went for a complete collection of anything. That even goes to show with my comic books. They're all over the damn place.
Oh, yeah. I used to have a pretty big comic collection.
I used to, and now I got rid of them all, and now I'm just, I've got a couple of the Captain America Civil War storylines.
I do have
a couple of Hellblazers.
I have the Civil War novel. Well, I guess it's not really a novel, but I don't have the single issues now. I kind of I buy them all in the big, the volumes that they release.
There's ones I want. There's one in particular I want, and it's actually a DC one, believe it or not. It ain't Marvel.
Hey, DC's books are actually really good.
And it's volume and they're all hardback. It's the Bombshells.
Right.
It's got
Yep.
Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, all the female villains, and maybe some of the heroines from the Batman universe. I think they're all from Batman.
I
universe.
always liked Poison Ivy in the Batman universe. I always thought she was an interesting character.
It may have Wonder Woman in it too, but basically they're done up in like the pin-up style of World War II, and they're in World War II.
It's not a Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, is it? I know it's not, but I have to say it because
I'm not sure.
She is amazing.
Because
that movie is great.
The one I looked at that I wanted to buy and didn't is basically Harley Quinn riding a damn bomb. That's on the damn cover. And like I say, it's not single issues. It's all of them been combined to volumes. Volume 1, 2, 3, I think 4.
See, and that's what I like about, comics now, is instead of collecting the single issues, I buy the volumes because it's much easier. Because when I start reading something, I kind of get really into it, and I just keep on reading. And if I read just a single issue, it'll take me 5 minutes, and if I'm really into it, it's devastating that I can't read anything else, and I gotta wait a whole nother month.
Yeah.
It's not like a TV show you have to wait a week.
Yeah.
This is a fucking month you would have to wait. And I just couldn't do that. So and a lot of the comics that I did used to buy the single issues, I can buy the volumes in it now, like the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah.
Love the Dark Phoenix saga. Jean Grey's my favorite X-Men. Dark Phoenix is my favorite villain. Love the Dark Phoenix saga. And a couple years ago at A Plus Comics, it's in Lexington, they had the Dark Phoenix saga volume. Bought it. Had to have it.
But a lot of the reason why people collect the single issues is because they look at it as, money. These will be worth money, for the big volumes probably will never be worth much.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, a lot of those 99.9% of comics, it's the single issues that are worth a lot.
And it's only a very small percentage of the single issues that's actually worth a whole lot.
Yeah, because you would have to go back to like the golden age of comics, or the first appearances of this popular character or something, for them to really be worth a lot.
There's some quite a few in the Silver Age also.
I mean, Captain America, let's not forget that very first, I don't know if it was the very first issue, but the issue, I'm pretty sure it was the first issue where he's giving Hitler the right hand punch or whatever,
Yeah.
That's worth a lot. But I'm pretty sure it's the first issue. I don't know. I'm a little rusty on my comics. But
I'm real damn rusty.
Yeah, I'm a big Captain America fan. He's my favorite hero. And I've been collecting a lot of the Ed Brubaker Captain America run. He did the Winter Soldier, Death of Captain America, Civil War, stuff like that. Red Menace. So I'm trying to collect right now. I guess that's the current collection I'm trying to get better at. I'm trying to collect a lot of his stuff.
I don't know if I'm actively collecting anything. I guess it's just whatever catches my eye at the moment.
Well, Funko Pops is another thing. Like I said, and I'm not even really trying to collect that. It's more
you
like
see something like, oh shit, you're already into that thing. It's like I've got one of mine's the Claptrap.
Yeah, from Borderlands 3, and let me just tell you, if anybody has never seen the Borderlands 3 trailer that just dropped yesterday,
it's called I'm So Happy, I think.
It is amazing. I cannot wait for that game. It's going to be great. I already have no life as it is, and this is just going to make it that absolutely, nothing. I don't think I can go beyond of not having a life.
Yeah, you could be a hermit
Well,
and not come out of the house.
we almost just seen an accident happen over here.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking dumbasses can't drive.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised because, I'm trying to be, I don't know, I'm being assassinated, I think. I broke the lid off the whole Steve Irwin conspiracy, and I'm pretty sure the government's trying to assassinate me now.
Yeah, in the last podcast, you kind of just, I think, you fried my mind, damn near broke the internet.
Well, I mean, if you weren't happen to be a witness to what happened last night when I'm getting to work, nobody would have believed it. But I am being assassinated just because of my Steve Irwin theory, and I'm actually quite flattered. How many people get to say that the government is trying to kill them because they've broke open a conspiracy?
I got a conspiracy for you. What if it ain't the government? What if it's the damn aliens controlling the robot, all the electronics we got?
I need to get a hold of Giorgio. Aliens. So, but what happened with this assassination attempt? And you can back me up because you ride with me.
Yes, I seen it.
We're pulling into work. The car in front of us, and we have a gate for security. You swipe your badge, the gate raises up, you go through. So the car in front of us swiped the badge, they went through. I stopped, started rolling down the window to swipe my badge. Well, the gate went down, but instead of going down slowly, it just whack. It slammed down like it was
It falls all the way down
chop
and hits the damn ground.
I've been working there 10 years, y'all, and I have never seen that motherfucking gate do that. So,
I've seen the outgoing gate do that.
Well,
but only in like fucking single digit weather.
Well, yeah, this is not single digit weather.
No,
this
it's
is
down
not
there 100 degrees.
Is it just a coincidence? Well, yeah, I don't know, maybe. But let me just say, I am flattered that they're trying to kill me.
I still think it's the little fucking green men from Mars taking control of shit.
Whatever government or whoever it is trying to kill me, I'm pretty sure it's just a coincidence because they're doing a piss poor job of it. If they really wanted me dead, I would have been gone like 5 minutes after our first episode aired. Because unless they got like fucking Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther trying to kill me, then I guess they're not really trying to kill me. But I like to think they are.
Whatever helps you feel better, sweetheart.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wouldn't mind if it was Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther trying to kill me. That would be awesome. I wouldn't even be mad.
No. This is who they would send. I will elaborate. Your idea is good. I think you'll like mine better. Boris and Natasha.
Well, yeah. For those who don't know, that is Rocky and Bullwinkle. That is a cartoon.
No, it's also
well, it was a movie too. It was a piss poor movie.
I never watched it.
Have you ever watched the old Pink Panther movies? With Peter Sellers?
I have, but damn, dude, it's been so long ago.
It's okay. I love comedy movies. Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah.
Anything
absolutely.
like that. The original Pink Panther was in the early 60s. It was
that old?
Yeah, I think it was like 64, 65
I thought they
or
were
so.
in the 70s and 80s.
Well, that was the other movies.
Oh.
Well, see, the original was in the 60s. Early 60s. I think it was 64, 65, I think. I don't know. But it was kind of like what Evil Dead was. It was meant to be serious in a way, but then it was just so funny. Because Inspector Clouseau wasn't really much in the original Pink Panther. But between the first and second, it was a 10-year gap.
Yeah.
But the second and third and fourth Pink Panther movies, I don't remember what order they were in. Return of the Pink Panther, Pink Panther Strikes Again, and Trail of the Pink Panther, or no, it was Curse of the Pink Panther.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Seeing as how I can't remember, is there a really big, tall, mischievous pink pussy at all in this fucking movie?
No, there is none. No, the Pink Panther is the name of the diamond that everybody's trying to steal. That's why they call it the Pink Panther. Where the fuck did they got the pink pussy at? I don't know. But, well, I guess Panther.
Yeah.
So,
pink,
yeah.
Mischief little bastard.
And then they made it a cartoon, but
that is evidently banned. But anyways.
The second and third and fourth Pink Panther movie, like I said, Pink Panther Strikes Again, Curse of Pink Panther, and whatever. But those three movies are hands down the three fucking funniest movies I have ever seen in my entire life. Ever. If you've not watched them, watch them. You will cry. You will be laughing so hard.
I'm pretty sure I have. Well, I've watched them, but we're talking probably like 20 years ago.
Well, see, those were in the 70s and 80s. And went into, I think the last one was like 94 or something like that. I think it was like Son of Pink Panther, but it wasn't.
Didn't that have like Steve Martin or something?
No, those were remakes that came out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So,
okay, yeah.
And no, Steve Martin did a great job as Inspector Clouseau. He did a great job, but you could never touch Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers is kind of just, he's kind of like what people say with Heath Ledger's Joker. No matter how good other Jokers might be, people don't just like Heath Ledger's Joker, or Mark Hamill, I should say. Let me say Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah.
Better. Everybody agrees that Mark Hamill's a Joker. Well, 99.9% of people agree that Mark Hamill's Joker is the best.
They should write a damn movie just for him to play an older Joker, because he would fucking kill it. And people would lose their fucking heads would just explode.
I think, oh God, I want this movie now. I want that movie now. I don't doubt Joaquin Phoenix will be good. Now, what I did see of the trailers was okay. I mean, I'm interested. It wasn't nothing that stand out to.
Right.
I believe we talked about this on our Comic-Con episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I would love to see Mark Hamill play an older Joker in that movie, like you just said.
Yeah.
That would be...
Batman wouldn't even have to fucking be in it.
No, just Mark Hamill playing the Joker.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
I mean, if you want to throw Harley Quinn in there and, whatever, but make it a damn good movie. And people's fucking heads would explode. And it would literally be a flip of the coin. Maybe that's a Two-Face reference, but
I love Two-Face too, but still.
Anyways, then it would spark this big debate of who actually was the better Joker, Heath Ledger's or Mark Hamill's, and I couldn't pick one. I'm sorry.
Here's another thing. Mark Hamill's animated Joker or that movie.
It'd be. Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's your head would explode trying to debate of who would be the best.
Yes, it would.
And hey, I'm just saying, if the government wants to try to kill me, that would be a good way to go right there. My head would explode watching that movie. I don't know if I could handle that.
Are you fucking kidding? The government can't balance a goddamn budget, let alone make a fucking movie worth of shit. They can't even make propaganda worth a damn.
Just let DC be in charge of it. They would never go right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would never fuck at it.
You cannot fuck up that movie. You just give Mark Hamill this script, or you don't even have to write a script. Just say, hey, we want you to play an older Joker.
And just let him fucking run wild.
Yeah, just let him do what he wants to do.
Give him like a fucking 8-ball Coke. Say, snort this off that hooker's ass, and just let him fucking go.
Just give him a blank check. No script, just a blank check. Tell him that he can hire whoever he wants to play whoever he wants. You could not go wrong. But maybe it's because I'm such a Mark Hamill fanboy that
I mean, Mark Hamill's a hell of an actor. And to me, yeah, I know we discussed this already. Fucking bite me.
I would cry if I ever met him. I'm not joking. If you would want to see a grown man cry, I would literally break down in tears if I ever met Mark Hamill. And I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I would.
But, you know, everybody goes, well, damn it, he's Luke Skywalker. No. He is, but no. He's the fucking Joker. Plain and simple. That's the character he's played the most and the longest.
Oh, I did not know this. Have you ever watched The Last Airbender?
No.
Okay, for those who have...
Bits and pieces. I know it's a anime they tried to make into a fucking movie.
I do believe I've seen this, because this one shocked me. But he plays... I know you've not seen it, but he plays the main boss, the main bad guy in the whole series, Fire Lord Ozai, I believe it is. I did not know that until I seen one day I was IMDb'ing him. To see what other...
Stalk much?
Yeah. And another fun fact, I know you don't know, one of my favorite characters, or my favorite character in that series, Prince Zuko, is voiced by Rufio. Yes, Rufio from Hook voices that character.
Huh.
Seriously, JP, you need to watch The Last Airbender. 3 seasons, just watch it. You will enjoy it. It's up your alley. Because Netflix is bringing a live-action animated series. Don't watch the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
No,
that's just a complete fucking trash of
fucking
a
garbage.
Movie. Even if you don't know anything about The Last Airbender,
it's still
that movie
garbage.
is still garbage. Complete garbage.
I started it, and I turned some of it off in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this thing.
Listen, I'm all up for if you want to put, your little, I don't know,
your
different take
yeah.
on it.
Your own
that's
spin.
so cool. But listen.
To make it your own.
The main character's name is Aang, not Ung, like they pronounce in the movie. That's a goddamn caveman name, Ung. His name is Aang. Okay?
Are you trying to say that they were trying to make Captain Caveman into The Last Airbender?
I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do in that movie.
I mean, shit.
But it's Aang, not Ung. And I completely lost it. Walked out of that movie.
You get pissed off and walk out of a movie?
There's
you
been
don't have a temper.
There's been a couple movies I have done that to.
No, you would never.
And I was in Logan watching that movie. 3D, and that's like, what, 2 hours away, hour and a half from us?
Yeah.
And I left.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. I've only walked out of not even a handful of movies. I've walked out of that. You remember the movie Quarantine?
Yeah.
Walked out of that twice. Twice now. And I don't know if you remember this movie. I know Morgoth remembers this. It was an Ethan Hawke vampire movie. I think it was called Daybreakers. Watch the trailers and tell me how awesome that movie looks, then actually watch that movie. I'm sorry I'm putting you through that, but watch that movie, and first watch the trailer, then watch the movie, and you'll probably hate me for suggesting watching it. But the trailers made it look to be so awesome that when you go to watch that movie, it's complete utter fucking trash. It was terrible.
Since we're on movies,
but the ending was good. I will say that. The ending was good.
I'll mention a couple that's in my movie collection that I enjoy. And one I know you'll enjoy. If you have a movie collection and it does not have Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you really even have a movie collection if you don't have those in there?
That's kind of what I was getting at. And I really enjoy that movie. Another one is Dazed and Confused.
I've never watched Dazed and Confused.
What the fuck?
I know, it's not that I'm not interested. I've just never sat down and
You've got to
watch it.
You've got to do that.
Like Breakfast Club. Never watched Breakfast Club.
I have. It's been a long time ago, though.
Never watched Breakfast Club.
It's alright.
Up until recently, I had never watched any of the Godfather movies.
I can't remember.
And they are amazing.
As mobster, mafiosa, gangster movies go, Scarface.
Yeah, Scarface.
I mean,
You can't go wrong with
yeah.
Scarface.
Scarface. The Untouchables is actually, yes, the Kevin Costner movie is actually a pretty damn decent movie.
Pacino was in Godfather. He
Yeah.
was in, well, he's in all three of them. One or two really, I mean, if you want to watch three, go ahead. I've not watched it. I heard it was terrible. But one and two are amazing. And two has actually been ranked as one of the greatest movies of all time.
And you mentioned, and I mentioned that I fool with hot rods, mechanically inclined. So, of course, I have a few car movies. I have the original Gone in 60 Seconds and the Nicolas Cage version.
Hey, I love Nicolas Cage movies. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like him, but for some reason, I like Nicolas Cage. I think he's a great actor. One of my favorite movies he's done. Can you take a guess?
If you say Ghost Rider, I'll smack the piss out of you.
No, I did enjoy the first Ghost Rider, but no. I like Con Air. I liked The Rock.
Yeah.
Liked all that, but you'll never guess what it is. Lord of War.
I can't remember if I watched that or not.
It's on Netflix right now. You can watch it. But it is absolutely amazing. I believe it had Ethan Hawke in it too. I could be wrong, but I want to say it did. But it's probably it is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. It's that's good. And Season of the Witch with Ron Perlman in it.
Yeah.
Was really good too. Of course, Ron Perlman's a great actor too.
Oh yeah, I wish he'd got to do his third Hellboy, but
well, he wanted to.
Yeah.
I could go on about a lot of my conventions of the people, but Ron Perlman was one I've met, and when I talked to him, I asked him. I said, "Yeah, are we ever going to get a third Hellboy movie?" And he said, "Doubtful." He said, "I want to do it. I believe I could still do it." He said, "But it's not going to happen."
Yeah, which is a damn shame.
Yeah. Now, I've not watched the remake or the reboot they did.
I haven't either.
Do you know who plays Hellboy in that one?
Yeah. I can't think of his name. But
Stranger Things.
Yeah, he plays the sheriff in Stranger Things.
Would never have known that.
Yep. Because, if you watch the trailer and everything, him talking, you think it's Ron Perlman. Because he sounds...
Does a great job trying to doing that voice.
And that's the problem. I think that was part of the problem with that movie. He tried to be Ron Perlman's Hellboy instead of do his own thing. If he'd probably done his own thing, it may have been a better movie.
Have you watched it yet?
Bits and pieces.
I see, here's the thing. I'm not going to say it's not going to be a good movie or whatever, but
I'm going to watch it.
Watching it would be weird for me because I'm going to judge it by Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. It kind of like with Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
I wanted to give him the chance because I knew no matter what I did, nothing was going to compare to Ledger and Hamill. But I gave him an opportunity. Now, we've talked about this before. I think I would liked him if he was in it more.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's not in it enough.
But he wasn't in enough.
And a couple of movies you haven't watched, to the whole car thing, Hollywood Nights.
I've never even heard of that.
You have to watch it. It has, at the time, they were no names. It had Michelle Pfeiffer, Tony Danza, Fran Drescher.
The fact that you said Tony Danza, I just kind of...
Or not Tony Danza. Oh, shit, I can't remember his name now.
We're going to say Tony Danza. I don't care what.
It may have been. I can't remember.
Because Tony Danza right there just makes me want to watch that movie if he really was in it.
I think. I can't remember the fucker's name right off the top of my head. But, I mean, it had a bunch of, at the time was no-name actors that ended up being pretty big fucking stars. And American Graffiti is another one.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it, but I have heard of it.
As far as one of my live action / animated movies, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I mean, I bought the collector's version of this fucking movie, okay?
I do like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That is, I don't listen. Jessica Rabbit. I don't care if she's a fucking cartoon or not.
She's not bad. She's just drawn that way. Damn it.
If I could whistle, because I can't whistle, but if I could, I would whistle. I don't care if she's a cartoon or not. That bitch is hot.
She's very over-exaggerated in that movie.
Have you seen a lot of the cosplayers that dress? There's one woman that actually had plastic surgeries to look like her. To look like Jessica Rabbit.
I haven't seen that one.
Look it up. I don't know her name or anything, but there is a woman that did that, though.
There's one that she's right up your alley. I don't know her name. But you'll know it when you see her. Because in the video, she's actually a brunette, but she ends up sporting a red wig that looks natural and very proportional to Jessica Rabbit. Even got the sequence dress on and all. I mean, it's fucking unwild. You watch her transform into bring this cartoon character to fucking life. It's ridiculous.
It's Jessica Rabbit is. I know Mike and them are probably going to listen to this and give me a lot of shit for saying that, but I can't. If you don't think Jessica Rabbit from that movie is not hot, well, there's something wrong with you.
That's the way she was drawn. She was, I mean, that's what they done. And one movie I'll get crucified for, but I like, even though it's complete and utter fucking garbage, Super Mario Brothers.
You know what? You're on your own on that one. I'm not going to say anything about that. You know, I probably will go home and watch that now.
Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, I mean, they do good. The script was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
But I like it. But it has nothing to do with fucking the video game whatsoever.
It really don't. I mean, but it's still...
I mean, other than names.
Yeah. Mario and Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Who names your kid Mario? I mean...
So how many Marios are there between you? There's 3. There's Mario, and Luigi Mario. And Super Mario leads into something else me and you're both interested in. And has something to do with what we collect also. Video games that have been made into movies.
Yeah, that's...
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Really, it's been a lot of ugly and bad with a very few good that I can think of. But of course, well, obviously Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, let's not forget about that Street Fighter. Because let me just say, if you put Jean-Claude Van Damme in your movie and you still cannot have any redeeming parts of that movie besides, well, anything really, he couldn't even save it.
Yeah.
Your movie is bad.
Yeah. It sucks.
Double Dragon was another one. Don't really remember too much about it, but I know it fucking
I don't
blew.
either. You have Mortal Kombat and that Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Well, I like the first Mortal Kombat. Well, I really like them both. I know a lot of people hated on the second one. That's fine. The second one wasn't good. I enjoyed it, but...
The second one was alright.
You're not going to beat the first one. I mean, it's very rarely any movie.
The first one was good, and really, I guess you could say it was a kind of a true adaptation from game to movie.
Yeah. It's one of those movies that wasn't meant to be really fantastic, you know. Well,
the game, there's not a lot of rich source material at the time.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat really don't have
It wasn't like some big story or nothing, none of that shit.
At least back then when that movie come out, there was no really big storyline, unlike, you know, the games today.
Yeah.
So really, for its time, it was what it was supposed to be.
And you got Wing Commander.
I never watched Wing Commander.
I haven't either, but it has Mark Hamill in it.
I will be watching Wing Commander.
I've heard it kind of sucks, but...
Well, it's got Mark Hamill in it, and
then Tomb Raider, Lara Croft.
Oh, you know, have you watched the new one with
yes,
Olivia Wilde?
I have.
How was it?
It was good.
Was it really?
I actually liked it.
I haven't watched it yet. I mean, obviously, I've watched the Angelina Jolie.
Blows them two out of the water.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It is. It sticks closer to this past game when they rebooted it.
Right.
Where she's younger and stuff. It's pretty damn awesome. I liked it.
You know, and Angelina Jolie, I mean, it's obvious she looks just like Lara Croft. So it's almost like they just based the movie off her or something. I don't know. But I really enjoyed the second one. The first one was good, but I really enjoyed the second one with the whole...
the Cradle of Life.
Yeah, the whole Pandora's box and everything. Because I'm really interested in Greek mythology. I've taken classes in Greek mythology. I'm a little rusty nowadays on it, but I mean...
Oh, me too.
But I actually really enjoy the whole Greek mythology.
And you had the Resident Evil series.
Another series, loved the first two, and then to me, it just kind of went downhill to the point where it just got fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but I enjoyed the first 2, 3.
Yeah.
That really put what's-her-face really on the map. I can't think of her name. What's her name?
Mia Jovovich.
Yeah. Kind of really put her famous.
Fifth Element done that.
Well, okay, yeah, I forgot about Fifth Element, yeah. Which was a good movie.
House of the Dead.
I forgot about House of the Dead. I forgot about that. It has been so long since I've watched that.
But it seems like the recurring theme we're seeing here, it seems like the zombie games are somewhat easier maybe to adapt.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. It's always the zombies. And there's a lot of overabundance of zombie movies nowadays, but that's a gem that kind of stands out right there.
Here's another one based off a game that was good, that I liked. Hitman.
I'm a big fan of the Hitman series. Now, which Hitman are you talking about?
You got Hitman and Hitman 47, I think.
Well, the first Hitman had a really famous actor that I actually really like, Timmy Olymphiant, I believe it was.
Yeah, the same guy plays in Justified.
Yes, yeah.
Girl Next Door.
He's a really good actor. I enjoyed him. The movie was all right. I'm not watching the 1847 one, but
I haven't either. I know it's out there, but and then you had Doom.
Doom to me was one of those movies. It wasn't good. It was bad, but for some reason I enjoyed it, and I don't know why.
It took a lot of its inspiration from Doom 3, which changed it up, but they did stray considerably from the source material.
It had
instead of opening a portal from hell on Mars, it was genetics.
And which is really back in when that movie come out was more of a thing. People were more into cloning and genetics, and all that was starting to kind of
come to the forefront.
Yeah. Here's a movie that I've never played any of the games ever, but really enjoyed the movie. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
I haven't seen the movie. I've played the games.
The movie was really good. It's surprisingly good.
I think the first 2 games, or maybe the first 3, I can't remember. Now it's been so long. Are actually enjoyable. And then you had that one game before they rebooted it or 2. It kind of sent the series straight to hell.
Movies and games alike, they really need to stop rebooting things.
Yeah. And here's one I figured I would enjoy when it come out, and I watched it, and it was an alright movie, but it's nothing compared to the game. Max Payne.
Oh, I forgot about Max Payne. Mark Wahlberg. You cannot go wrong with Mark Wahlberg.
They did in that movie.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't his fault.
No. I mean, hey, there's some movies you can have some of the best actors in the world and just some shitty scripts that they can't even save. Unless you're Mark Hamill, then you can save it no matter what. Recurring theme here, big Mark Hamill fan.
And then you got Blood Rain. She's I forget what they call her. She's half human, half vampire.
I've never played any of the games and I've never watched any of the movies before, but I heard good things about the games. The movies, not so much.
The first movie's alright, and I can't remember if it's the second or third movie. They changed the actresses. They were kind of like straight to DVD or straight to video.
Hey, sometimes
movies.
some of these straight to DVD movies are actually really good.
They changed the actress. I haven't watched the second one, but I did watch, I think it was the third one. It's Blood Rain and the Third Reich.
Okay, yeah, I do remember they did make a sequel to that. I completely forgot about that.
One I haven't seen, I played the games, has been Far Cry.
Did they make a movie about Far Cry? I didn't know that.
Back in 2008.
Oh, wow, I did not know that. They made a movie about that.
I haven't watched it.
Here's one.
It pretty well sucked.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, Assassin's Creed, because I am a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series. I like Michael Fassbender, but
I like the
never
game.
have played the game or never watched the movie yet.
What I remember of the movie, it was alright, but once again, I think it took a lot of liberties and strayed from the source material.
Yeah.
As usual. Then you have the Silent Hill series. I can't fucking talk today. Damn it.
Well, we're kind of starting our vacations as of right now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of mentally checked out, but not too mentally checked out to bring you a great podcast.
Yeah.
All 0 listeners right now.
Yeah.
Here's one that I actually had really high hopes for that I just could not stand. I was Final Fantasy Spirits Within. It was an animated movie. I didn't like it because I'm a fan of the series, and I just didn't feel like it was...
I enjoyed the movie, but how it plays out in the Final Fantasy universe, I have no fucking idea.
Right. Which, most Final Fantasy games are standalone games. They all got their recurring little things like certain creatures and certain characters, like one of the characters, Sid. He's always in the games, and he's always got a different, he's always technically a different character.
He's got a different role he plays.
Different role,
Okay.
And I don't remember what his role in the movie was, but I do know there was a Sid character. And the movie was just not very good. Even though this movie was not a video game, based on a video game, but it was a video game movie that you had brought up the other day, Stay Alive.
Yeah.
Loved that movie.
That movie is
The
awesome.
whole premises of that was great.
And some of it's based in truth, like the main character, the Countess Elizabeth Bathory.
So she was real.
Yeah, she was real, just not from Louisiana.
So did she kind of still do all the horrible things?
Yeah. Basically, what they kind of give a brief history of her in the movie, and it's pretty damn accurate.
See, I did not know that. I thought they had just kind of
I think
made that up.
Her nickname was the Countess of Blood.
And that's kind of what it was in the movie, wasn't it? It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, and she couldn't stand roses in real life and all this shit.
Wow. So, see, I'm going to have to do some more research on that because I did not even know that.
And here's a movie I didn't think I'd enjoy. Because I've never really played the games. But Ratchet and Clank.
They made movies about Ratchet and Clank?
They made a Ratchet and Clank movie.
Wow.
Kind of an origin story.
See, this go straight to DVD?
No. It come out in 2016.
I had no idea there was a Ratchet and Clank movie.
Yeah.
I remember playing the first Ratchet and Clank game, but I didn't really play the others. Not because I didn't like it. It was just, sometimes when you start playing, when, you got times where there's all these good games coming out at once, and it's hard to play everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there was one point where the original Borderlands came out, Left 4 Dead 2 come out. No, it was the original Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Halo ODST and Assassin's Creed 2 all come out within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was trying to cram it all at once.
It don't work.
I ended up playing Borderlands more than what I did any of that. I think it's the same thing for movies too. You know, sometimes in the summer you get all these big blockbuster movies.
Yeah.
And you forget. Like, I'm a big Dark Phoenix fan, X-Men fan, but I have not seen Dark Phoenix yet.
That's
because
a shocker.
there's just so many movies coming out this summer that
Yeah.
I guess it kind of got lost in everything.
There's, of course, a Tekken movie.
I do remember the Tekken movie. I never watched it. But I do remember it coming out.
The Castlevania movie / series on Netflix.
Hey, have you seen the series on Netflix?
The first season, yes.
Is there 2 seasons out on it?
Yes.
I think there's 2. Yeah.
Yep.
I not too long ago I watched them. They were actually really good. I enjoyed them.
Yeah, I did too. And then you had, they made a couple of Halo movies.
Yeah, but those were kind of like straight to DVD.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on that big Peter Jackson Halo movie that was supposed to come out 15 years ago.
Yeah, kind of like the Gears of War movie. It never fucking happened.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that. Peter Jackson, get off your fucking ass and give us this Halo movie
Or
right
Gears
now.
of War with Ron Perlman, just saying.
Yeah.
He'd make a good Marcus Phoenix.
Ron Perlman will be good in anything. Yeah, but Ron Perlman, he can pretty much play a lot of any really role. He nice guy too. Like I said, I've met him before. Super nice guy.
To me, he would make a awesome older Marcus Phoenix. Like, basically they adapt Gears of War 4 storyline and make that into a movie.
But be like later on down the line or something.
Yeah, where it's, Marcus and JD and all of them.
Not like kind of like, okay, we're gonna take the first movie we're gonna take this movie and take the 3 games and make it into
one movie. Because to me, Ron Perlman was just he's at the age where he could play a older Marcus Phoenix like he's portrayed in Gears 4 and will be portrayed in Gears 5.
And I never played I've played a little bit of Gears 4, but I never did.
I beat it, and it's a pretty damn good game.
Was it?
Yep.
See, I want to play it. I made it through the first act. Don't remember really too much about it, but I remember making it for the first act.
Oh, I couldn't sit here and tell you about the acts, but I know I enjoyed it. I thought it was a little short.
I will say, though, I think Gears of War 3...
Probably one of the best Gears games.
Yeah. But it also has one of the 2 saddest moments in video game history, at least for me. First one, obviously, I'm going to say the second one is the death of Cortana. Well, you know what? I can't even sit here and rank the 2. But the death of Cortana on Halo 4 and the death of Dom in 3 was just so sad.
I can tell you haven't played 5 because Cortana ain't dead.
Well, no, I have played 5.
Well,
Cortana. But we're not going to talk about that fucking goddamn trash of a game. Can you sense that anger in my voice? Because let me tell you, when 5 come out...
I will play devil's advocate. 5's not a bad game. As long as you're playing as the original Master Chief.
I was going to say, if nobody could see what I was doing right now, if looks could kill, I was setting him on fire right now.
With a fucking, not a bucket or 5 gallons of gasoline, but the whole fucking gas station.
Yes, I'm pulling up in a tanker truck and squirting you down. Because, let me tell you, I bought that game the day it come out. It was on a Tuesday, normal.
Yeah.
And I went and picked it up. And I was like, I'm just going to start the game today. I got tomorrow off. I got Wednesday, Thursday off. So I'm just going to start the game. Well, about 30 minutes into that game, I was like, man, this is awesome. I'm calling into work and I'm going to play this game. I'm going to beat it tonight. Fast forward 30 minutes after that, this game is fucking garbage. I'm just going to finish this game and take it back. And I literally took it back the next day after I beat it. So, yeah. And me being a big Halo fan,
yeah,
I just...
It wasn't the greatest.
I thought ODST was terrible. But I still got enjoyment out of ODST playing the firefight, which is basically horde mode.
Horde mode, that's what I was going to say.
So I got enjoyment out of Halo 5. I didn't get any enjoyment after that first 30, 40 minutes at all. And the thing is, the storyline had so much glimpses of it being good.
Yeah.
But it just, the Lot character was right there. Could have been good.
I think it intentionally portrayed him off as being a fucking dick.
Do you know who voiced Spartan Locke?
Shit.
The guy who plays Luke Cage
Yeah.
in the Marvel series.
Yeah.
He voices John Locke. Did not know that till about a month ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fucking trash of a movie.
Another game that I played, and I'm sure you haven't, because I played it on PC. It's a World War II game called Company of Heroes.
Never heard of that before.
It's about the same time as Call of Duty 2, kind of
so it kind of got lost in
the whole World War thing. And I think it was a more of like a strategy style game. I'd have to go back and boot it up and play it, and to remember exactly what it is. It's been how long ago since I played it. But they turned that into a movie. I've watched the movie. It's not horrible. It's not great. But it's not complete, utter fucking trash. You want to set your eyeballs on fire. Especially if you like World War II. If you're into that.
That is your specialty right there.
I'm very interested in World War II.
See, we both like history, but we both like
Different
parts of history. Like,
Yeah.
well, you like the ancient history of like the Templars and stuff in ancient Egypt, but to me, I'm more fascinated with that than what you are, and you're more fascinated with World War II.
Well, everything basically it starts with John D. Rockefeller and Henry Ford, and from that history of basically our country.
See, for me, it starts from ancient history all the way up to about Civil War, a little bit after the Civil War.
Yeah.
I
find the Civil War interesting, just not as interesting as the more, I guess, modern conflicts, I guess you could say.
I find more what I find more interesting about the Civil War is the I can't really say behind the scenes, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. The founding fathers, the assassination of Lincoln, and the whole conspiracy, how John Wilkes Booth lived through it, and it went on. I don't know if you heard about I was watching Curse of Civil War Gold.
Yeah.
And I always heard there was the KGC, the Knights of the Golden Circle.
Yeah, I've heard.
Was always behind it. But what I didn't know was another recent theory that is brought up with evidence. But Secretary of War, I think it was, Edwin Stanton, was involved in the assassination of Lincoln.
Yeah, I've heard that. I have watched some about that, because that's a real interesting time in history for us.
Which, yeah, because the reason why I started liking that was because of Oak Island. And I could go into Oak Island and the Templars, which I think we are going to go into a little bit more of Oak Island and the Templars in upcoming episodes. See, we're not strictly video games. We're not strictly movies or TV. We will go
we'll cover
with
the
this
game.
podcast, Greek mythology, Templars.
Stock car racing, or NASCAR as we know it.
Our paintball experiences. That'll be coming up.
Me with hot rods and cars in general. I'm sure you'll be able to come up with some good questions, and I could probably go into some detail and blow people's mind. They're like, holy fuck, this guy sounds like he's from the head of a holler, which I am. And he has all this knowledge. Yeah, I act dumb. I'm not. But I act it. But anyways.
I'm not really an expert in motorsports, really, at all. Any kind of thing with motorsports or
Well, like,
I'm not mechanically,
like you alluded to
sound.
earlier, I'm very mechanically inclined.
as well as I'm not, but I do know a little bit more. Well, I wouldn't say a little bit more. You know just as much as I do when it comes with internet, because, well, I mean, you did at one point install cable and.
Well,
all that.
I also went to college
Yeah.
for computer engineering.
Yeah.
And I graduated high school as a Cisco certified network administrator. So I can go real in depth. I used to be able to hack routers the whole 9 yards.
So we both, you got a little bit more expertise, I mean, when it comes to networking and all that.
Yep. I used to be real good at writing, we'll say, mischievous programs, like a certain monkey that would scroll across your screen if the wrong person logged on, flip you the middle finger, laugh, crack his tail, and the computer would shut down. My mother hated that son of a bitch.
So, but yeah, we're going to be all over the place with these. So,
but I can think of two more I want to talk about, and then we can end this. It's not a video game. It's kind of like Stay Alive. Well, three more. I'm sorry. I thought of another one. Like Stay Alive, there's another one called How to Make a Monster.
I've heard of it, never watched it, but I have heard of it.
They're using top of the line at the time AI. Before AI was ever really thought of, like how we think of it. A brief lightning storm hits the servers. They've got this crazy ass computer, big mainframe with all this shit living on it, and a mechanical capture suit for the actors to wear, and they use all these evil, eerie sounding sounds because it's supposed to be a real horror, scary movie. And because of that lightning storm, the suit comes to life and starts killing the assholes in the game development studio. It
sounds interesting to tell you. I mean,
it's a pretty interesting movie, but also, this one's not a video game movie, or not based off a video game. Scott Pilgrim Saves the World, Reverses the World.
Yes, that's actually very popular. I've never watched it, but
it beacons back to the old school because every one of the 7 evil exes he defeats turns into a big pile of coins.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty interesting, and I can't believe how I've not watched that yet.
Especially when it's got Chris Evans in it.
Well, yeah.
And last one you haven't watched, but anybody that has will tell you to fucking watch it. Ready Player One.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that, and I need to get around to it. I know it's fairly new. Just like the Rampage Rock movie, those are both fairly new that I need to actually watch.
I haven't seen that either.
But I will be, I'm going to be on vacation for a whole week, so maybe I'll get down and...
I kind of want to go home and watch Ready Player One now.
We got some time off right now,
yeah.
So, I mean...
But it's I'll give you the gist of it. At one point on the screen, it's basically everything kind of pop culture. Mm-hmm. TV, movie characters, video game characters. I mean, there's Master Chief in it, the Chucky dolls in it, the Iron Giant's in it. There's a place called Doom Planet. Word thrown around like you're a damn noob, or I mean, just all this shit that we're used to. So you really got to watch it.
I'm really gonna have to sit and watch. I got it added to my watch list on our streaming program. Yeah, it's set.
I'm not gonna say in the far future, but in kind of the not so distant future. I think like 2030, 2040, something like that's when it starts and all this shit takes place, and it goes into a big backstory. But it's a really enjoyable movie.
I'm definitely going to have to sit down and watch that because I seen the trailer for it. It looked good. I just kind of, what we were just talking about a few minutes ago, it got lost in kind of the cluster of some movies that were coming out at the time that I kind of had to, set that to the side, and I just never got around to it.
There's a couple of things that it does point out. It's like, how do you even know she's a girl? Said, might be a 300-pound dude living in his mom's basement in Detroit. So, I mean, because that's true. With online now, you never know whether you're talking to a guy, girl, where they might be at, if they're who they say they are.
Or, it could be like in my case, be talking to a guy, but just, don't sound like it, so you never know.
Shit happens. you got dealt a shit hand, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it is what it is.
I might got dealt a shit hand in that, but I mean, I make up for it, I guess, in some other places, but I mean. But anyways, we're not going to get into this. This is not that kind of a podcast here.
Not right now, anyways.
I'm still a little distracted. Anyways.
You stay distracted, but,
Well, I mean, can you blame me? I mean, after getting breakfast,
At the same time, it's like, we're talking about something. Oh, shit, look at the kitty.
Well, I mean, but you can't blame me for what I was distracted with. But I guess, anyways, we're going to wrap this up. Our second episode ever. Hillbilly Havoc. We're on Castbox and YouTube as of right now. We will eventually. I'm working on our Facebook page right now.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask about.
I got a week off, so I'm going to be working on that. Eventually, we will be on Google and Spotify and all that.
And I will make a joke about our name. It almost sounds like we ripped WCW off.
Or ECW.
Well, WCW had Halloween Havoc.
Those were good pay-per-views. But, I don't know. ECW was...
ECW was hardcore.
I'm gonna end this episode, with ECW chants. ECW, ECW, ECW. And we are Hillbilly Havoc, and we will see you next week. We're going to have a contest. Whoever can come up with the best name for our show, our segment, the prize will be nothing. You ain't getting jack shit.
A big thank you and fuck you.
Hillbilly